Right, let's get this camera sorted. Okay, World War III. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's still no one. There's still no one in the live. So let's put that there. Oh, there we go. We got some. Please, 5 whole people. Wait. How can you? How do you know that? Are you watching? Oh, I don't. What do I know? What do I know? Okay, right. War is upon us. Israel is striking Iran as we speak. Bless us with your knowledge and perspective. I will. I will. So this is decades in the making. What we have here. By the way, please give me some feedback on the sound, how it sounds for you guys. I'll make adjustments if necessary. So this could have happened. This conceivably could have happened over a decade ago. The Iranian nuclear sites have been sort of Israel's #1 target for a long time. And I remember in 2012 it was that Israel came very close to striking Iran's nuclear facilities, and the head of the Mossad actually backed out the last second and told Obama what was going on. Therefore, Israel didn't carry out the strike because it was having to do it kind of behind America's back. Obviously, they've got a supportive administration this time, and it's much more practical. So yeah, this is a really history in the making. That's all I can say. We've got. Let's have a look at the reports. Let's have a look. So, bear with me. X is the ultimate source at the moment. So, with what? Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, we have Sam41 on the call with us. Former United States Marine will give us some perspective. How valuable it will be, who knows? Right. No problem. Satellite imagery. Oh, I nearly fell for that one. Israel News Pulse reports that satellite imagery has spotted Netanyahu's balls from space. Nearly got me there. Okay. I'm going to put it in front of me because I don't like looking. No one can see. So, whatever. Have you only just seen that? So, in terms of the first, because there's been several rounds of strikes. In terms of the first strikes, it was likely a decapitation strike. So we've seen the result of missile strikes in apartment buildings, which suggests assassinations of most likely IRGC members, senior IRGC members. So taking out the leadership before striking the infrastructure and the assets of the IRGC and the Iranian military, particularly the nuclear sites. So the Foundation for Defense of Democracies has put out a very interesting map where they show the sites that Israel could be targeting tonight. So we've got now the one a lot of people are talking about at the moment is the nuclear site at Natanz. Now Natanz is south of Tehran, sort of central Iran, and we've seen footage of sort of fireballs going up from there. So that's definitely been a target. But then there's the famous site in Arak, Arak, which is to the west of Tehran. And there's Tehran itself. That's where we've seen most of the footage, unsurprisingly, because that's a city where people have their phones, have cameras. And we've seen strikes on buildings like I mentioned, the assassinations that have taken place. There is sites at Isfahan. Now, it's not clear at the moment. I will try and keep you updated, but the extent to which they're attacking personnel will be very important. So, are they just going after the IRGC and the Iranian military, or the regime itself, the Islamic regime? Is Khamenei a target? I've seen reports that he is, and but then nothing confirmed. So let's have a look. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. By the way, interesting piece of footage I've just seen now of what appears to be from a fairly reliable account on Twitter. Um, it's now daytime. The sun is risen in Iran. Bear in mind, I believe they're 3 hours ahead of the United Kingdom, and it's currently 10 to 4. Oh, good God, I should be in bed. It's currently 10 to 4 in the United Kingdom, so we're talking almost 7 in the morning. Should we just have a quick check? Time in Iran. Yes, so quarter past 6. So sun is rising, and what what we got? That is very possible. Um, Jackson Hinkle's been marked safe in Tehran, according to Drew Pavlu. Okay, right. Big report that's been going round is that the commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, Hossein Salami, has been confirmed dead. I've seen quite a few people report this. Not sure. We really, I mean, quite a lot of people are reporting it, but we really have to be circumspect about what information we take in at this point. Yeah, more information about the Natanz facility. That really seems to have been hit very hard. Okay, OSINT Defender, which is normally a reliable account, is saying the Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei is reportedly alive and well. I believe that he's alive. How well he is, I'm not sure about that. Um, let's see. Also in what? In Fordu? What's that? In chat. Help me out there. Let's have a look. Um, okay. Um, okay. Potential reports of air-to-air combats between Iran and, despite what we were saying earlier, Sam, of Iranian jets and Israeli jets. That would be very interesting because that would be F-14s against F-35s. That's what you said. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. See what more we can get. Yeah, good tweet here. If only Sinwar and Hania were alive to see this. Um, let's have. Okay. Yeah, so this is an interesting tweet here about the rhetoric that's been going around in the last few days, in that sort of Israel was likely sort of conducting a deception operation. So we've got Prime Minister's office didn't deny Trump. Yeah, Trump was informed about the attack. For those wondering, fucking cable. Ugh, no, this isn't going to work. What's this? All sorts of images going around. Okay, the main thing that sort of the reports agree on at the moment is that the head of the IRGC, I mean, Visegrad 24, if you guys know him, which is a um, very interesting account on Twitter, has reported that a good section of the Iranian general staff have been taken out. Let's just get that tweet up. So, yeah. Where is it? So unusually, we're actually getting reports, or at least people are citing reports from Iranian state media who don't normally comment on these sorts of things. Let's have a look. So it's saying Iran. This is from Visegrad 24. This was 52 minutes ago. It says Iran confirms that Israel has killed Hossein Salami, the IRGC commander in chief, Gholam Ali Rashid, the Armed Forces strategic commander, Dr. Teranchi, the project supervisor in the Ahmad plan to develop nuclear weapons and project supervisor for sub-project 330, which is on nuclear explosive testing. He was one of Iran's top nuclear scientists, and Faridun Abbasi, the former head of Iran's Atomic Energy Agency. Very interesting. Very interesting. That is a very broad operation. Now, if you get to see the picture of one of the block of flats that has the scar in it from an Israeli airstrike, you can see that one floor of the building or one or two floors of the building has been targeted. And that's very similar to what Israel did in Beirut to Hezbollah's senior guys, Fuad Shuka and Ibrahim Akil. I can't remember which one. I think it was Fuad Shuka where they got the exact floor he was on. They didn't bring down the whole building, but they just targeted the exact floor. Incredible precision. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Mhm. Okay, we're in the third wave at the moment. Hmm. What are they? AWACS, right? Yeah. I mean, Marco Rubio made a statement making it abundantly clear this is an Israeli operation. It's a unilateral operation. America is not involved in it. Oh, in the eight. Well, I remember. Yeah, 1988. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Oh, by the way, people saying I've seen a bit of copium so far from the pro jihadist crowd, with they're saying that Israel's embarrassed America because they said that they didn't want. Trump said he didn't want strikes ahead of negotiations. It's like yes, yes, that's what a deception campaign is. He was making them think that he was pressuring Israel not to strike. Idiots. Anyway, 1 second. Back in a second. All right, guys, you should totally leave the stream. Go follow. Fucking shit. Yeah, fuck this guy. Right, what else? What's chat saying? Nothing. Oh well. 24 of you. Come on, I want to hear something. What's your opinion? We're on the verge of World War III. I want someone to say something. Thank you all to all of you watching. You know, I still get, this is just the nature of X at the moment. I just get so much shite whilst I'm looking for like useful information. I follow all the useful accounts. Yeah, this is a deception operation as much as anything. That much is becoming abundantly clear. That is a good question that Jason asks here in the chat. Will they have the ability to retaliate effectively? That I'm not sure. I mean, we've seen some reports about the Air Force clashes between Iranian fighters and Israeli fighters. Now, were they interceptors, or I doubt they were going to fly to Israel. They're not going to get anywhere, would they? Well, the Iranian aircraft that was scrambled, they can't have been as a counterattack against Israeli territory, can it? They're just not going to get there. The F-14s or the MiGs, no. Exactly. Hello, this isn't related to the conflict too much, but I like your shorts about the British Empire. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Thank you. Well, Iran was never colonized by the British. Maybe if it was, we wouldn't be where we are. Will they have the, so in terms of Iranian retaliation, we've got I from in my opinion, we've got two dimensions: drone strikes and missile strikes. We've seen from previous rounds in this war that they do have the ability to launch ballistic missiles at Israeli territory, and Israel, of course, has a very good missile defense. Last time, if you remember, Israel's allies, America, the UK, Jordan, even helped with missile defense. And but then drones will be interesting. I mean, we've seen from Ukraine just how effective drones could be at long term. Yeah, someone says in the chat, the new laser anti-missile defense system is operational in Israel. I don't think it would be effective against the sort of drones that Iran would launch. Would you agree with that, Sam? Yeah, but where? And that was, they used the laser one. I saw that. Okay. I didn't. I mean, I saw reports of the existence of the laser, but not that it actually used it. Anyway, yeah, Iranian airspace, by the way, is current. I think Israeli airspace is closed. Just something to bear in mind. Yeah. Iranian airspace has been completely cleared out. We've got. Oh yeah, so the sort of drones that Iran will be potentially firing against Israel will not. I don't. It won't be possible to shoot them down with a laser at this point. We're not. We're not there yet. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Um, let's have a look. Yeah, we'll have to wait. Oh, is he? Could I leave the technical side of things to you and get him on the live? All right. Hmm. Yes. Well, why does it have to happen at this time? It's so annoying that I understand why they did it because they wanted to wait for the commanders to be in their beds. Okay, hang on. Manny Fabian, Times of Israel military correspondent, very good reporter. He says Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear sites, military sites, and top military and nuclear officials was enabled by breakthrough intelligence obtained by the Military Intelligence Directorate in the past year, a senior IDF official says. The official says dedicated units were established in the Israeli Air Force and Intelligence Directorate in the past year, focused on Iran and preparations for a large scale strike. Following Israel's strike on Iran in October, the Intelligence Directorate carried out an unprecedented concentration of efforts to build an opening blow against senior military officials and nuclear scientists. Okay, I'm pretty sure Israel was already at war with Iran, but whatever. That's, mm. Oh, hang on. 1 second. Um, Ali Shamkhani, one of the regime's senior figures, has also been eliminated. That's a pretty reliable source on Twitter has just said that. Um, oh, not him. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, that explains a lot. Uh, um, let's see. Yeah, so that's something in terms of the misinformation. uh, has Israel just started bombing Iran? You're late to the party there. Yes. um, so in terms of the misinformation going around, as I was saying, the main points of misinformation I've seen people re-sharing the video of the ballistic missile strike against Israel from last year and saying that this is tonight. It isn't. So look out for that one. If you see reports of Israel being struck by Iranian missiles, bear in mind it could be old footage. Right. What else have we got? I've not seen that either. Yeah. What else have we got? Just see what chat's got to say. History revealed in an all-out head-to-head. Who has the most military capabilities? Israel. I think I was supposed to say Israel or Iran. Um. hmm, Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, direct military comparisons don't really get you very far. They don't get you very far because war is so unpredictable and circumstances are so unpredictable. I mean, think about like the Israeli pager operation. People were trying to compare Israel and Hezbollah. Hezbollah had huge rocket arsenal, a certain number of fighters, and then in one swoop, was it 4,000 of them were taken out by the page? Was it that many by the pages? Right. So yeah. Um, let's have a look. We'll stop paying attention to it then. Um, oh, nice. Oh, what else have we got? Um, Israel. Okay, this is Israel War Room. Israeli Channel 12. A fourth wave of Israeli strikes against Iranian military assets is ongoing. So we're on the fourth wave now. Now, bear in mind that on the attacks on the air defenses, when was it? When was the last big Israeli attack against Iran? Was, yeah, was that was sometime last year? Whenever the date was. Um, that one. Bear in mind with that one, over 100 aircraft we used, and they bombed them all night. So yeah, this is going to go on for a while. What we've got here. Do you believe religion and culture play a role in these tensions? Absolutely. I mean, they don't call it the Islamic regime for nothing. These are Islamist ideologues who view sort of Israel, America, the great Satan and the little Satan. It absolutely has a role. How many, if you read, even just reading his tweets, he always talks about how Israel is sort of an infidel enemy. Let's see. Let's yeah. Um, what else? Oh, is that? I think I've got a video here of some secondaries. Yeah, yeah. Bear with me. Oh, that's my charger. Okay, what else is it? What else have we got? Yeah, fourth wave. More reporting about the fourth wave. Okay. Yeah, but a lot of people's flights are ruined. People complaining about that. I know. Let's have a look. Okay, picking up a bit. Um, 49 minutes ago, an Israeli official told Fox News we're just getting started. So if this could be quite a drawn out World War III we've got here. Um, um, right. Well, we'll see what chat's saying. This is completely off. Uh, we've got someone saying people here have already started to talk about the post-Iran era, and everyone seems to be sure that our next nemesis is Turkey. That's an Israeli guy in the chat talking. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Erdogan, very much an Islamist. Turkey has a formidable army, unfortunately, very aggressive. Yeah. Well, Kurds. Yeah. Isn't he? Isn't he more of a neo-Ottoman? Yes, absolutely. He is a nasty piece of work. Tayyip Recep Erdogan, or whatever his name is. So look, what's okay? Oh, hang on. I think the secondaries might have been an oil refinery. Unconfirmed. Yeah, or oil. We might. Yeah, I was going to say we might be talking about a different video. Oh, right. So this. All right, fine. It'll be a bit. Wouldn't it be a bit retarded? Okay. Okay, so Khamenei has made a statement. He is alive. At dawn today, the Zionist regime extended its vile and bloody stained hand to commit a crime in our beloved country, further exposing its wicked nature by targeting residential areas. The regime must now await severe punishment. I assume the powerful hand of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic will not let them go unpunished, God willing. Inshallah. In the enemy's attacks, a number of commanders and scientists were martyred. Their successors and colleagues will immediately carry on their duties, God willing. With this crime, the Zionist regime has prepared a bitter and painful fate for itself, and will certainly receive it. Yeah, sure, Israel's quaking in their boots at hearing that. This is a good, good comment here. Bro had a chat GPT a statement. Lol. um, no. I don't follow it. I don't follow it. I don't follow it. This is the thing, by the way, that came up before. Do you see this one? Yes, but specifically, like Iranian airspace is completely cleared. Um, okay, just didn't expect to see this. Open source intel, good account on Twitter. The NYPD is tracking the situation in the Middle East. All right. That's true. I did not. I don't normally. I. You know. Oh, am I invited? Um. Okay. Yeah, NYPD on the case. Um. Must you? Yeah, I really there's like talk of America going to war with Iran. Like, I really wouldn't worry if you're American. No, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine from that point of view. Uh, hang on. Why did they block you? No idea who they are. Anyway, cool. Um, okay, Michael Pregent, who's a very good analyst, um, former intel officer. He's saying now is the time for the Iranian people to take back their country. The regime will be at its weakest in the next 72 hours. I tend to agree with him there. Whether they'll take it back, I don't know. It's hard to know what the sentiment is. Yeah, wonderful news. Um, oh, interesting if true. The head of the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Agency, confirms that Iran's Natanz uranium enrichment site, which is the one we talked about area earlier, the one that which we've seen extensive damage to, has been completely destroyed. That's very interesting. Okay. That would be funny. Hmm. Uh, okay, I just there's a well, one second. No, one second, one second. There's an Israeli. I think she's Israeli. Reporter who has, if this is true, this will be interesting because she's listed the sites, the reported sites that have been attacked across Iran. So multiple sites. Let's have a look. Just multiple within Tehran itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. And that's sort of not even locations. Um, Other sites, yeah, ones we mentioned, Natanz. You'll hear that name a lot in the next 72 hours. The Natanz nuclear site. Arak is where the heavy water reactor is. Um, okay, and various others. So it's military or nuclear sites that's that are the ones in question. I would bear in mind sort of Iranian missiles. How don't they end up like Chernobyl? That is a good question. That is a very good question. I don't know, but I do know that Israel has bombed two nuclear reactors before, one in Iraq in 1981 and one in Syria in 2007, and neither of them ended up like Chernobyl. So I assume there is a way of doing it. Um, I think I found the video that Sam was talking about. Uh, RGR, sorry, Sam. I don't know. Sam in chat, I don't know what RGR means. I'm old. Do you believe Israel's preemptive strike is justified? Yep, I do. Very interested to see if this is true. Um, I'm looking at a video of absolutely insane secondary explosions, which is reported to be a ballistic missile base, but I stress only reported. What else have we got? Visegrad's reporting the Deputy Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Iran, Mohammad Reza Ashtiani, has been taken out. What have we got here? Oh, okay. What's the most disturbing Middle Eastern conflict you've ever learned about? The Iran-Iraq war, like some of the, the chemical weapons that were used there. There is various reports of like the Iranians using children to clear mines. I'm not 100% sure if those are true, but I wouldn't put it past them. The Iranian regime certainly doesn't care. Certainly doesn't care for human life. So that's something to bear in mind. That was just also what happened to the Kurds in that war. What's the name of the book? There's a famous book related to the Iran-Iraq war and the Kurds. What is it? Help me out, chat. What's it called? What's it called? It's like Kiss the Dust or something. Is it Kiss the Dust? Which I seem to remember is a pretty harrowing book. Maybe look it up. Yes, Kiss the Dust. Yeah. Okay. What else have we got going? Yeah, more information coming out about the exact targets. Yes, thank you, Trevor. You're right. Yeah, even Russia and China are smiling off camera about Iran nuclear program. Lots of people are. Lots of people are. Like when same thing happened when Iraq's nuclear reactor got blown up. They couldn't say it publicly, but most people around the Arab world were thrilled about it. Yeah, no one wants this. So, yeah, several sites in Tehran attacked, as I mentioned before. Interesting that a name of a place that that I've seen come up a couple of times now on the list of targets is Qom. Now, Qom is a very interesting city in the north of Iran that is a holy city for Shia Muslims, and I don't necessarily know what would be there. I'm sure there is something, but not aware of it. Qom, by the way, is spelled QOM. Does Iraq have holy sites to Shia Muslims too? Probably, yeah. The majority Shia country. Okay, Preston Stewart, good friend of the channel, has posted about some IDF graphics on the Iranians' attempts to make nuclear weapons. Let's have a look. It's fairly rudimentary stuff about nuclear technology. Okay. What we got here? It's crazy what Iran became during ancient and medieval times. Iran was a great society, but now it's like, damn, man. Iran was all right before the revolution. Obviously, it wasn't very democratic, and it's had to improve on certain things. But compared to how it is now, I mean, it was a fine society, and it was modernizing. It had sort of sophisticated sort of middle class. Really is a great shame what happened to it. 1 second, let me just. Just keep the network going. Iran definitely wasn't perfect before. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't perfect before. By no means, perfect. I'd say in the Middle East at the time, it was probably the best of the Islamic nations. It was certainly more developed than Israel at the time, but it wasn't as democratic as Israel. It was actually somewhat of an ally of Israel. But is Sam back yet? Where's he gone? Yeah, I say exactly. Who knew Saudi Arabia became the best country? Yes, the liberalization of Saudi Arabia has been shocking, in a good way. But Saudi Arabia used to be more religiously oppressive than Iran, and that was just a few years ago, and it's completely changed. Let's have a look. Mark says Carter didn't defend the Shah, unleashing political Islam on the world, same as China began to open up. Neil Ferguson said a great book could be written titled. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Carter completely dropped the ball with Iran. Obviously, paid the price in his own election defeat, but the damage had been done. Okay, there's an account called Iran Military. I don't know if that's an official. I don't think it's an official account, but like the copium coming from them is quite incredible. They've got nothing to do but post shitty memes. Says off topic. I heard during World War II, England bombed German civilians first in May 1940 before the German Blitz in September 1940. Is that true? Don't think so. If I remember correctly, wasn't there a German air raid on Britain that went awry, and then Britain launched an air raid against Germany in response? Yeah, look into that one though. Yep, Soviets also went into Afghanistan in 1979. Yeah, this is a good point. Yeah, the fact that Israel launched the operation does beg the question: just how close was Iran from completing a nuclear weapon or becoming capable? It's obviously you've got the nuclear device and you've got the delivery system. They don't always add up. That in the coming days and weeks, months, that will be a very interesting piece of information to find out. Okay, 5. We're on, according to Manny Fabian, we're at wave 5 now. Reminds me of COVID. Remember, we had like the second and third wave of COVID. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, the assassinations, by the way, are a very important part of this, and it's quite incredible to think that they've got the chief of staff, they've got the deputy chief of staff, they've got nuclear scientists, all done, all assassinated within. It looks like within an hour of each other, or within a few minutes of each other. Just incredible. Iran is not World War III. Oh yeah, but don't ignore the title. It was Sam's idea. Former Marine. Let's have a look what's else being said. Yeah, someone points out the next round of nuclear talks between the US and Iran on Sunday is going to be pretty awkward. I would not want to be in the room when they take place. Oh, by the way, chat, please comment. For those of you who follow this war, which X accounts are your favorite to get updates from? Very interested to know what my subscribers, what information they consume. So I'd like to hear from any of you. Ben Shapiro is going to be off the chain with this war. He will. The Israeli Air Force, so this is Manny Fabian again. Five waves of strikes in Iran. A military official tells the Times of Israel hundreds of strikes have been carried out in total. The IDF said earlier it was striking Iranian nuclear sites, military sites, and top military and nuclear officials. I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow. Let's see. What we got? I follow you. I mostly follow historians Victor Davis Hanson, Ferguson, Roberts, Kotkin. Okay. Mark in chat, that's interesting. I don't know who Kotkin is. The other three I do know, and they're excellent historians. Really excellent. Particularly Victor Davis Hanson on military stuff. And don't these people know I've got work in the morning and can't? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was very selfish of Israel. I'm quite angry with them for launching the attack now. And by the way, for TikTok, it's completely unfair on British content creators because the Americans, when the strike started, for a lot of the Americans, it was like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And therefore, perfect time for their viewers. Whereas it was already 1 o'clock for me, meaning that most of my followers were already in bed. Stephen Kotkin is fantastic. Oh, hang on. I do know who he is. I do know who he is. Yeah. Ah, yes. Good point about oil. Yeah. Energy prices are going up, guys. Sorry. Blame Putin first, and then you blame the Ayatollahs second. Let's see. People are liking a lot of French surrender jokes. Little off topic. Have you seen the riots in Los Angeles? I have seen them. Yes. My friend Cam Higby has been reporting on them. He's well worth a follow. He's on TikTok. He's on YouTube. He's on Twitter. Follow Cam. He's a really good source. Very brave guy. Yeah, 6 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago, Khamenei himself on Twitter has said in the enemy's attack, several commanders and scientists have been martyred, God willing, their successors and colleagues. Yeah, interesting that you've got confirmation of the success of the assassinations from the supreme leader himself. That's significant. Okay. Yeah, how will Iran respond? This is going to be, and what's this is clearly an incredible operation, but what is Israel's goal beyond the destruction of the nuclear sites? Because once you've done that, fine, but is the idea that this will stop it for 10 years, 5 years? Because you can knock an enemy down, but they will eventually come back. Or are they hoping they won't? I mean, like Iraq and Syria did not. Once their reactors were destroyed, they never tried to get them again. Saddam obviously, you know, for a variety of reasons, ran Iraq in a way that he couldn't really afford to start the nuclear program again. Confused about politics of Iran. Is the supreme leader of Iran similar to how the cycle is in North Korea? Somewhat. The supreme leader Iran is an interesting one, and is the most powerful figure in the country is a religious figure. The Ayatollah, that's a religious title because this is a theocracy. North Korea doesn't quite work like that. Not quite. Okay, we've got potential footage of Iranian radars stations smoking. I stress potential because I've not seen this account before and I don't necessarily trust it. Yeah, follow this Iran military account. It's just pure copium at the moment. Blood for blood is what it tweets. It's like, all right, memes for memes. Wait, what? I still don't know. Why is the Atomic Energy Organization? Oh, no, this is a different organization. Can people in chat please just give me an idea of what the sound quality is like for you, please? Good, nice. Yeah, it's most Iranian major cities are being well. Okay, we got someone else. Commander of the Qatam al Anbiya Central Headquarters of the Iranian General Staff, Major General Gholam Ali Rashid, is confirmed to have been eliminated tonight in the strikes in Tehran. That's from Osint Defender. Yeah, nice one from Trevor there. Every time I see an account in regards Iranian anything, I assuming that's Khamenei on his burner. Yeah, that's a reasonable assumption. Okay, let's have a look at this article. Okay, already the article. We've got an article from the Jerusalem Post. I'm just having a look at now about the head of the IRGC, Hossein Salami, who was just airstriked by Israel. So yeah, this is a good paragraph here. Iranian state media confirmed that several key IRGC members, such as IRGC head Hossein Salami, were killed. The fact that these men went to sleep on Thursday night without any concern about what might happen is an illustration of how arrogance drove Iran's regime to this moment. Yeah, it seems they've really been caught by surprise. If you remember, the first Israeli attack on Iran was an airstrike near Isfahan. The IRGC were in their bunkers when that happened. They were scared. Clearly, this time they were more relaxed. So this was the guy, by the way, who was appointed head of the IRGC after Qasem Soleimani was killed. If you remember, America took him out in an airstrike in 2019. Yeah, just we're getting now the sun has risen. We're getting incredible images of these airstrikes. What else we got? The ancient civilization of of Persia needs to be freed from the mullahs. 100% agree with you there. Iran's arrogance was on display not only in this warmongering in the region. Salami was a key figure in its rhetoric. He said in 2019 that Iran could destroy Israel. He made the same claim in 2021. Yet Salami didn't take any safeguards. Apparently, in terms of his own protection in Iran, he felt Israel would not dare attack Iran. He assumed that he and his commanders were safe. Well, he's learned a very expensive lesson tonight. What have we got? Okay. I don't think Sam's coming back. We won't miss him. Yeah, the I'm quite surprised at how open the various Iranian sources have been. They're confirming all the airstrikes. Normally, uh, normally, sort of, I mean, like Hezbollah and Hamas particularly have been slow to confirm things. It's not journalism as such. Like these are government sources. Yeah, another good account here. That I follow in regards to Israel. When full details of what occurred tonight are put together, it will easily be seen as one of the most impressive coordinated operations in recent history. Years of planning. It makes the anti-Hezbollah operation seem amateurish. The Islamic Republic had no idea. By the time they figured out what was going on, most of their military leadership was gone. Their air defense is disabled. Half their ballistic missile storage and deployment sites are in shambles. That was just the first wave. Yep, yep. This is just incredible. Like I say, like truly, the 19 of you who are with me now, we are watching history like unfold in front of our very eyes. This is incredible to watch. Yeah, if you think about this, since October the 7th, think about the top commanders of of Iran, of Hamas, of Hezbollah. They've all been killed. Sinwar's gone, Mohammed Deif is gone, Hassan Nasrallah's gone, Fuad Shukra, Ibrahim Akil, and now all these Iranian generals. Like it's been rough. What channel can I put on TV to get images in the background? I have no idea. I don't watch television. It's all hopeless anyway. It says, as I've said before, Israel has the Lion of Zion award. You should get the Bulldog of Britain. Thank you very much, Mark. I really appreciate that. I would love that award. What? Yeah, Iranian state. Andrew Neil, very good British journalist, obviously. Um, just reiterating that Iranian state media have confirmed that Hossein Salami has been commander in chief of the IRGC has been killed. Okay, I can see some trolling now going on. Yeah, by the way, America is just continually. Yeah, Raisi. Raisi wasn't killed by Israel though. He died in a plane crash. Trump was just working on peace talks and destabilization. Well, he knew what was going on. So Tal Hagen, good account. What he's saying, Netanyahu is telling Israeli citizens that they may have to remain in shelters for extended periods of time, way more than they're previously used to. Yeah, that is almost certainly true. What have we got? Denuclearization, yeah. I roughly knew what you meant there. What is okay? Okay. Good account here saying assessment within Israel is the Iranian response is expected in the coming hours, potentially within 2 hours. So that might mean by tomorrow morning. That we will have seen what the Iranian response will be. Let's see. What? Yeah, I think missile attack. I mean, bear in mind that this is a regime that is the largest state sponsor of terror in the world. Don't be surprised if there are, let's say, asymmetrical attacks. So that might be Israeli or Jewish targets attacked around the world. Israeli embassies, perhaps, whatever it may be. They will. I mean, bear in mind, Iran and Hezbollah are both responsible for the largest terrorist attack in Argentina's history, which killed over 80 people, which was the bombing of a Jewish community center in 1994. So they're perfectly willing to do this sort of stuff. Yeah, big question a lot of people are asking is, oh God, you again. Oh yeah. Shh. Okay, look at this. 4 senior officials. I'm not sure I trust this account, but Hussein Salami, who I mentioned, Deputy Chief of Staff, Rulam Ali Rashid, former head of the Atomic Agency of Iran, and I don't know why they went after this guy. I assume it's a nuclear thing. The president of Azad University, a guy called Mohammed Mehdi Tarani. Oh, can you send me? I think I saw the secondary explosion video. Can you send me the one that you saw, please? Oh, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Yeah. They've got AIDS. You got it? What have we got? Is there a point missing Israel because they're Iron Dome, or what they call it, because last time it was such a fail? Probably. The Iron Dome can't stop the wall. whatever stocks they've got left of ballistic missiles. Okay, shall I put it there then? That way, go for it. Don't worry, I'm gonna. We've taken it off. What we got here? Honestly, the British should colonize Iran. It's not like the average Iranian's life will get any worse. I agree with that. Although, to be honest, USA fan, um, the British can't even run Britain very well at the moment. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, against Zionists. Hmm. Why? Okay. Lol. Um, I do. Why? I think they did. I don't know about a skyscraper. I did see a picture of one building that looked like it'd been destroyed. Here we go. I found it. I'm going to send it to you. Okay. Right. I've sent you the video. Right. Right. But then we were talking about different videos then. In case you're wondering, no, it doesn't. The one of what was reportedly an oil refinery is far less severe than that. Far less. I saw. No, no, I know. I know that. The point I'm making is we're talking about different videos. So, do we have any info on where this was? Yeah, okay. For those of you wondering, guys, and I'll make a video for my TikTok and YouTube. It's one of the most insane secondary explosions you'll ever see. Like we saw loads of them when Hezbollah's rocket arsenal was attacked in Lebanon. But this one is like no friend. If you're epileptic, look away. Seriously. Oh, tell him thank you very much. Yeah, feel free to join. Fucks. Hmm. Right. John Spencer is he really is, yeah, he is. By the way, I'm glad you didn't see what I just scrolled past. For my FYP on, it's not really called an FYP, is it? Just the for you on Twitter. No, I didn't. I don't know what's going on. Didn't. I only follow nerd accounts. Um, no, I do. I'm way too boring for any of this stuff. Okay. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay, guys, would you like me to look up the copium coming from the Qatari funded pro jihadists? Chat, let me know what you think. We can carry on looking at like the official updates, or do you want to? Should we laugh at some commies and terrorists? What do we reckon? Of what? Okay, can you try and focus? It's quite fun. Um, right. Okay, let's look at the cope. Let's look at the cope, shall we? Should we go for Al Jazeera? Chat, what do you reckon? Al Jazeera, Mehdi Hassan. Should we start there? By the way, I've got some very intelligent people in chat tonight. I'm very happy with the crowd we've got here. Thank you very much. Oh, I hope they don't get any ideas. Right. Okay. Okay. Let's go for Mehdi Hassan. Let's see what the Qataris are paying him to soon. Oh, hell yeah! I've told I've told you I'm a jihadist. Uh, let's have a look. Where is he? He's supposed to be whining about Greta Thunberg. Hmm. Where is it? Why can't I get it? Is he? Um, God, I hate TikTok so much at the moment. Why can't? Mm, no, it doesn't. There's plenty. Uh, what the hell is? Oh, I do know it. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Yeah. No. Oh God, really? Um, can't find this cope that we were looking for. It's, um, oh, who said that? What the hell? Right. Where's the Twitter thing? Um, Nothing too new just yet. Yes. Okay. So this is actually interesting. From chat from OSINT Defender, Trump Trump said that he was aware of Israel's strikes beforehand, but the US was not involved militarily. With him adding that Iran cannot have a nuclear bomb, and we are hoping to get back to the negotiating table. We will see. Okay, we will. There are several people in the leadership that are not coming back. That's true. I wonder if he's met any of these people, knowing that yeah, they've now been airstriked. I don't want to. I don't want to hear what he's got to say. Um, yeah. I really hope this is the end of the Iranian regime. I'm not optimistic that it will be. I'm really not. But um, is this gonna? I think I'm going to call it a night. You know, it's 5 o'clock, and I'm not. No, I'm not. I've got to be up in the morning. But please, for your own sake, don't. Yeah, I sound. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I do. I don't know how I've stayed up this long. 5 o'clock. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. I'll be back today. Shut up. Shut up a second whilst I talk to my live. Um, so anyway, all of you in chats, or if you're viewing, thank you very much for joining. been very enjoyable, and I've very much appreciated everything you've got to say. I've got very intelligent subscribers, and we've had a great contribution from all of you. So thank you very much. I'll call it good night, and we will reconvene. Okay, ignore everything he says. Right. Good night.